I was lucky to see this sequel before the original because I'm not sure I would have gone out of my way to see it if the contrary had been true. I found Mission Cleopatra better than its predecessor for different reasons, but the major one is this: it was almost word for word an adaptation of one book, not an amalgam like the first movie. The physical resemblance of some characters to their animated self were very funny, especially the bad guy, whose name is escaping me, but he's the other architect. I don't know how this movie played in English. My first language is French, so I didn't have that problem. I imagine some of the jokes weren't that easy to translate. I've learned something with years: it's better to watch a movie with the subtitles than with the dubbing. Maybe you won't understand what is said, but you won't lose the rhythm, and I think that's important too. I would recommend this movie to anyone who really loves Asterix et Obelix. I loved this film, the audience I was part of loved this film, and the little 7-year-old girl who was with me loved this film. We all laughed at the puns, the visual humor, and the good feeling you left the cinema with when it ended. I could easily see why it was such a huge box office success in France. I am planning on buying the DVD, so I can see it again and laugh at all the bits I missed, as I was laughing so hard the first time. With a joke per line, they succeeded in making a very funny movie and keep the essence of the comic books. The actors, Jamel Debbouze in particular, are hilarious and play their characters very well. Of course you need a very good level of French to understand all the jokes, but they're worth the classes if you really want to have a good laugh. Everything worked out perfectly in this second part of the Asterix franchise: light tempo, decent camera work, excellent allusions to certain movies, books and facts, breathless delivery, mesmerizing landscapes, and after all, the overall impression is here of a definite pleasure and immense satisfaction. All the funny moments, running gags, hilarious anachronisms, and deliberate infringements of all logic are scattered so correctly accurate all through the movie that one cannot stop laughing all 2 hours of this fest of a film. This movie by a true merit has taken its worthy place in the list of second greatest sequels, along with awesome Terminator 2 or Aliens. Few comedies are bound to be watched twice, but this one is, and is so by a true right. Watch it with a cuppa, or over a beer, and deeply enjoy this never-ending carnival of laughs, jokes, gags, and sheer fun. 10 out of 10. Usually when comics are adapted into movies, the result is often deceiving at the end. But some made exceptions, and this one is among them. This movie is irreverent and incredibly hilarious from the beginning to finish. It had been a long time since I haven't so much laughed while watching a movie. Alain Chabat, who is best known for his spoofed side, succeeded to insert his delirium while respecting the main frame of the original comics. There are some very well thought jokes which took me by surprise and immediately provoked an irremediable burst of laughter, like for example the lobster scene, which is so unexpected and hilarious, or the raft of Medusa, which get the same reaction. The casting is also great and very enjoyable to watch. Each of the characters are well tuned and work with harmony with each other in every scene. Again, Alain Chabat created some characters which featured the mainframe but get updated to this nowadays era, like Keys Sepla, starred by Dieudonné, understand Keys I don't know. A Darth Vader-like centurion who is unable to remember any names of the people he met, or Idaneris, starred by Isabelle Nanty, which is also the name of an older cell phone service network provider well known for its network issues, an Egyptian woman with deep gloomy blue eyes who designated herself as the spokeswoman for her workmates and has several issues transmitting messages. Gerard Depardieu and Christian Clavier starred again as Obelix and Asterix, and the chemistry between the two is evident. Christian Clavier is the perfect Asterix, by the way, and was never matched by his successors in the 2 other sequels, who never succeeded to transmit the magic and funny aspect of the little Gaulish warrior. Don't miss also the pirates, who are funny as hell in the 4 scenes when they appeared. This is definitely a movie to see in its uncut version if you're looking for a great moment surrounded by your family. This film is the smartest comedy I have ever seen. A lot of jokes are either a parody of another film, from Star Wars to Dragon Ball to Power Rangers to Kung Fu etc. Or somehow related to history of whatever. Otis creates the elevator. A lot of jokes are also related to the modern world and made fun of because it was BC. Like the wheels of the horse wagon spinning. Other jokes are just plain total nonsense but also hilarious, like the famous scene with the dog running after the Roman guy with the little music. In fact, in this movies they mix pretty much every kind of humor. I watched this film 6 times already, and every single time I watch it I find other subtle jokes. Like the scene where Waldo is part of the Egyptian crowd. It is the funniest movie I have ever seen, finally a laugh-out-loud comedy, that doesn't include toilet or sex humor. Numerobus is also what makes the movie. Everything that comes out of that guy's mouth is hilarious. This movie is nearly perfect except a few cliched things, like the fact that Asterix gets his power back because he is kissed. That is plain stupid. But overall an excellent movie. 9.5 out 10.